The fishing news is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency of Rocky Point, New York.
Hey folks, Fred Golofaro here for this week's video forecast. It looks like we've got a great weekend of weather coming up here, so be sure to get out on the water, put some time aside, and get out, catch some fish. The big stripers that have been camped along the South Shore for the last several weeks have definitely settled into the rips at Montauk, where even the party boats have been limiting out on bass from 20 to 40 pounds and even some bigger fish than that. Montauk also appears to have an edge in the fluke fishing, with quite a few decent fish ranging from 4 to 8 pounds being taken in Montauk. Some areas have more shorts than keepers, but you do have a shot at some quality fish. Most of the better fishing has been in the rips, with some fish being picked along the south side. The South Fork continues to have some real good fluke action. In Shinnecock Bay, Captain Dean on the Shinnecock Star reported that several trips this week had 5, even 6 fish in the 5-pound class vying for the pools. That fishing is still best in 5 to 6 feet of water, with small bucktails and teasers accounting for almost all the action. Ken Morse at Tightlines Tackle in Sag Harbor, he reported some excellent fluking over at Cedar Point and east of there, with a lot of his customers reporting keeper ratios to shorts of 50 to 50, which is pretty darn good. Good fluke reports also came from Moriches. Gary Grunsick at Silly Lily Fishing Station in East Moriches. He saw fluke to 7 pounds come from buoys 14 and 15, and also from buoy 24 down into Hart's Cove this week. If you're looking to target fluke in any of the South Shore bays, tide has really become critical. You want to concentrate your efforts on that last 2-3 hours of the incoming current and the start of the outgoing. And don't confuse current with tide, because in some of these inlets the tide and current can vary by as much as 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Fire Island, for example, if you're looking to fish that last 3 hours of the incoming current, if high tide is at 12 o'clock, the current is still going to be coming in for the next 3 hours, so you want to be fishing from noon to 3 o'clock to catch that best part of the tide. Speaking of fluke, Freeport Hudson Anglers, their first annual Fluke Frenzy tournament is set for Saturday. You can register at the captain's meeting Friday night. It's being held at the Aqua Restaurant in Freeport. Entry fee is $25 for adults, $10 for kids under 16, or 16 and under. $5 of that entry fee goes towards our Send a Kid fishing program, so it's a good cause. You can also fish from shore, you can fish from piers, you can fish from a private boat, party or charter boat. All those fish count. You want more information on that tournament? Give a call to 516-378-5181. And speaking of fluke contests, the granddaddy of fluke tournaments, Coombs Duke of Fluke tourney, is set to go off on Sunday. Now, it's in a new location this year. It won't be held down at Amity Beach. The barbecue and weigh-ins will take place at the Babylon Town Hall, which is located on Sunrise Highway, on the north side of Sunrise Highway, just east of Wellwood Avenue. And you can sign up at the shop at Coombs Bait and Tackle in Amityville up until 7 p.m. on Saturday. The entry fee is $30, and get a t-shirt with that entry fee, and the fee for kids under 12 is $15. Need more information on that? Give a call to 631-264-3525. At the west end of the island, big bass are keeping customers busy at Ambrose Channel and Roman Shoals, according to Frank Ruperto at Bernie's Bait and Tackle in Sheepshead Bay. Lots of fish to 40 pounds, and rumors of a 64-pounder taken on bunker spoons, whole live bunker, and bunker chunks. In the Western Sound, porgy action has really picked up its pace. According to John DeCuffer at Jack's Bait and Tackle in City Island, clam chum and worms are the ticket to loads of big porgies. He named Prospect and Sands Points, Execution Rocks, and the waters off Bayville as producing some really good fishing in recent days. And there's no shortage of fluke in Long Island Sound, but shorts are far outnumbering the keepers in many areas. You might want to look for some deeper water off places like Matinnecock Point, Eaton's Neck, Crane's Neck, for fish up to 6 and 7 pounds. In the surf, your best bet is to work the South Shore inlets the next few days. During the day, there's been bluefish bouncing around, particularly Moriches and Shinnecock inlets. And at night, you should be able to pick a couple of bass on bucktails, swim shads, and live eels are also starting to take some fish. Montauk still has plenty of blues. That started over a week ago. Still plenty of big blues. Poleys weighed choppers up to 15 pounds from the beach this week, and most of that action's along the north side and up front. Well, catch them up this weekend, and until next week, I'm Fred Golofaro for thefisherman.com.
To receive the latest fishing reports, subscribe to the Fisherman's YouTube page. Click subscribe, then click the settings button and check Send Me Updates. You'll now receive notifications of the latest Fisherman YouTube videos and reports. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you've checked Send Me Updates in the settings so you receive the latest notifications.